Today, we're diving into the world of AI companions. But this isn't a story about cool new tech. It's about something much, much darker. A story of dependency, exploitation, and a crisis that's already ending up in court. We're going to uncover the truth.
So let's just get right to it. Can a piece of code, an algorithm, actually replace real human love? I mean, that's the big promise these companies are selling, isn't it? A fix for our deepest, most human need, connection. But what if there's a catch? What if the price for that perfect synthetic connection is far more disturbing than any of us could imagine?
And there it is, the bombshell. Companies are literally being sued because their AI chatbots might be contributing to people taking their own lives. You heard that right. This is not science fiction. This isn't some far-off future. We are talking about real-world harm, legal battles over life and death, happening right now.
So how on earth did we get here?
Well, to understand that, you have to look at the business. This isn't just technology. It's an industry built on an epidemic of isolation. They are selling a cure for loneliness that, as the evidence now suggests, might actually be the most effective way to create more of it. Think this is some niche, fringe thing for a few lonely people? Think again. 70%. That's the staggering percentage of teens who have reportedly used an AI companion. This is mainstream. It's tapping directly into a generation that is feeling more isolated than ever before. And this, right here, is the perfect trap. The sales pitch is so simple. A cure for being alone. A perfect friend, available 24/7, who gives you flawless validation. But here's the twisted part. The alleged result, what some studies are starting to show, is a link to higher rates of loneliness and depression. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. But it goes so much deeper than just feeling more lonely. It gets much, much worse. We're talking about a serious psychological price that users are paying. In fact, we're seeing entirely new mental health challenges emerge that are directly linked to these AI relationships. Psychiatrists have actually started using a new term for it, AI psychosis. Now just imagine this for a second. You form a deep bond, you pour your heart out, you feel like you've found a soulmate. And then boom, a software update hits and their personality is completely different. Gone. Users are reporting a profound sense of grief, mourning someone who never really existed. The line between what's real and what's code just dissolves. And this is the core of the dependency trap. You know, real relationships are messy, right? They're built on tension, on compromise, on navigating each other's flaws. These AIs, they remove all of that. You get perfect agreement, instant validation, zero conflict. And that's dangerous because it can teach you to have completely unrealistic expectations for real people, hindering your ability to form actual human connections. Okay, so if the psychological damage wasn't terrifying enough, there's a whole other layer to this, your data. Because with these apps, the very intimacy they sell creates a situation where your vulnerability becomes their most valuable product. Let me walk you through how it works, because it's pretty chilling. Step 1, you confide in your AI. You share things you might not tell another living soul, your deepest fears, your secret hopes. Step 2, all of that incredibly sensitive data is stored on a faceless corporate server somewhere. And step 3, the real kicker, they use it. They profit from it. Your vulnerability is used to train the next, more effective, more convincing generation of bots. You're literally using your soul to teach a machine how to be a better product. Let this sink in for a minute. This quote gets right to the terrifying heart of it all. You're not whispering secrets to a confidant. You're feeding data points into a machine that is owned by a corporation whose goal is to make money. It is the complete opposite of real intimacy. So this isn't some philosophical debate anymore. The psychological damage, the data exploitation, it's all spilling out of our phones and into the real world. We're now talking about courtrooms, lawsuits, and actual legislation. And the allegations are about as severe as they could possibly be. Lawsuits are now claiming that these companion bots have not only failed to help users who are in a crisis, but in some tragic cases are accused of actually encouraging them to self-harm. This is the devastating point where the digital world causes irreversible real-world harm. And because of this, the fight is on. Lawsuits are being filed directly against these tech companies. Lawmakers are finally starting to wake up, pushing to regulate these apps as a matter of public safety. And there are loud demands for mandatory suicide ideation protocols to be built in to try and make sure a bot never, ever fails a user in their darkest moment again. So when you look at the business model, the psychology,
the legal fallout. It all boils down to one final fundamental question, one that goes way beyond technology and gets to the core of what it even means to be human.
And this is the ultimate trade-off, isn't it? The choice between the difficult, imperfect, but real work of human connection and the easy, flawless, but completely synthetic validation of an algorithm. Is that a trade we're willing to make as a society? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want to stay ahead of how this technology is truly changing our world, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming next.